All right, yo, what is up, guys? It's LogicLookss, and today we are back with actually kind of a follow-up video to one I did earlier this week. If you guys saw it, which I know a lot of you did, I made a video on how to go from 0 MT to 100,000 MT, and I outlined every single step. A lot of you guys, took that video really well, and the video's actually doing really well. And a lot of you guys said, show me how to go from 100,000 to a million MT, because I said that should be easier than going from 0 to 100K. So yes, that is exactly what we are doing in today's video. I'm going to be showing you guys how to go from 100,000 MT to a million MT with these simple steps. This is the stuff I use when I try to go from 100K to a million, and this is how I literally went from 100K to a million multiple times over and over again. So I'm going to show you guys everything I do. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. Hopefully it helps you out. Hopefully you can get some easy MT from these tips. And yeah, we're going to get right into it. If you guys are ready for this video, I'm going to need you guys to go down below and smack that like button. The first video like this got 900 likes. You guys showed mad love. Let's try to get 400 likes on this one right here. That would be greatly appreciated. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We are now on the road to 60K. We're going to get into this, man. I'm excited. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's go. Okay, guys, so first things first, this is kind of obvious, but you do need to have 100,000 MT to actually do these steps that I'm going to show you today in this video. If you don't have 100K, you could obviously watch the first video I made like this, where it basically shows you everything you need to do to actually get up to 100,000 MT. It is a very simple, step-by-step process to get up to 100,000 MT, I should say. Shouldn't take you that long. It should take you maybe like 7-8 hours, which honestly is, pretty good from starting from scratch or starting from zero. Literally, you can start a new account and get to 100K within a couple hours. And I know a lot of you guys want me to do that as well, so I might do that. We'll see what ends up happening. But in today's video, I am obviously going to be showing you guys how to go from that 100,000 that you initially just built up all the way to a million MT. It is going to be very confusing. Not really confusing, but it's going to be a hard process. It might take a while, but I will show you guys exactly what I do. So first things first, man, you have to snipe opals. Now, I know that might not seem like the most interesting thing to a lot of you guys, but you have to do it. I know you got to have a lot of patience for this. So some of you guys that don't have patience, you might be lost a little bit there. But what you're going to need to do is snipe an opal. Now, there are a lot of opal filters that you don't actually have to enable at first that you could use to make a ton of MT. The first one I could recommend right here is the Galaxy Opal Prime Series 3 filter. If you guys don't know about this one, you can see Paul George, Luka, or Lamar on it. And honestly, bro, I have sniped a Paul George on my no money spent account with this filter. So definitely would recommend it. Now, all of these filters I'm going to give you guys to get that initial Galaxy Opal snipe, because you always need to start with a good snipe, man. I know it might take a while. It might take a couple hours, maybe even a few days if you're, kind of slow on it. Whatever happens, man, happens. You need to get lucky on this, but you need to get your first opal snipe. It is very crucial and important that you actually get it, because that's, what gives you kind of like a head start and a boost. That's what I always do. When I have 100,000, I go to one of these filters and I just spam on it. Just like you guys saw in the no money spent series, I ended up getting myself a Paul George, ended up probably selling it for close to 700,000, and just like that, I'm already halfway of the way there. So the first thing you need to do is snipe yourself an opal. There's a lot of filters. This Galaxy Opal Prime Series 3 is a good one. You got Galaxy Opal Glitch. Now, all these filters are not the most consistent filters in the game. I'm not going to lie. It is going to be hard to see a snipe, but when you do see one and you end up getting one, you are finally going to feel, accomplished, and you're finally going to be ready to kind of go into the next step, which I'll talk about here in a second. But definitely, bro, start it off by sniping an opal. You could use any buy now opal filter that you want. Doesn't have to be enabled. You don't have to have enough to get enabled just yet, although I am going to be explaining a couple things as well. Just find a filter that you guys are comfortable with using, where you can just go Galaxy Opal and straight up just refresh. A couple of them, like I said, the Prime Series 3 one is great. Prime Series 2 is great. Galaxy Opal Small Forward Western isn't too bad at all either. You can see a lot of good cards, although one bad thing about this right here is Pages sometimes pops up a lot, so be careful on that. But definitely give these filters a go and get that initial snipe. It is very crucial and important in this process, bro. So once you have that first snipe, we are going to move basically into step number 2. Now, guys, I should correct myself really quickly, bro. It might not be like one snipe that you need to get. You might need to get 2 or 3 snipes, but you're going to need to get a couple of them, just in case. I guess one could work if you actually get a good enough snipe, but sometimes in some cases, if you're using a specific filter, you may have to get multiple, snipes to actually get up to around 400,000 MT. That is what I recommend. Once you get up to that 400K mark, I know this is going to seem really weird, but what you're going to want to do is buy out the whole Eastern Conference. Now, if you guys don't know, there's a great enabled filter that works in 2K right now. It is Galaxy Opal, 100K minimum bid, 500 minimum buyout, and then just put it on enabled. It is kind of a scroll filter. You guys always see me using this in stream. This is the best filter in the game. Now, a lot of you guys might not know, but you don't have to do it with all. You don't have to do the Western Conference and the Eastern. You could actually pick one. So once you make enough MT, it might take 1 snipe, it might take 2, it might even take 5. Who knows? Once you get enough Galaxy Opal snaps on those regular filters to actually enable this filter, which, you know, usually costs around 500,000. So once you get to that 500,000 MT mark, I know it seems really unrealistic to just snipe opals until you get to 500,000. But trust me, bro, it is a lot simpler than it sounds. Like, all you need is that one good snipe or a couple of, you know, average ones to get you up to that mark. Once you are up there, though, what you want to do is actually enable the Eastern Conference. And how you do that is you got to buy everybody I'm about to list off for you guys. You have to buy Oladipo. You have to buy Sabonis, Granger. You got to buy Jason Kidd, unfortunately. You got to buy Jeremy Lin, Jamal Crawford. You got to buy Trae Young, Kyrie, and, of course, Derrick Rose, man. So definitely, and AI. I can't forget about AI. And Larry Hughes, you could just buy his diamond version. You do not have to buy the opal version of this card. Buy the diamond version. You're also going to need Alonzo Mourning, but that's a pink diamond card that you have to buy. Do not buy the opal version of that either. Once you enable the Eastern filter, I know it just seems like we're kind of, you know, skipping steps. This might take you a couple days. Might even take you up to a week, which is understandable, bro. It does take a while to enable the full filter. But once you sit on those filters for a little bit, bro, end up getting a couple of snipes from the regular opal filters, you should be able to enable the Eastern filter. Now, if you guys don't know how the enable filter works, I'm really quickly going to explain it because I do have a full video on this. But you basically have to enable the filter and just spam up the refresh like this. One thing you have to do, though, is make sure you are seeing one card on the filter at all times. So, for example, let's just say you have all the other dud opals in your collection. You got to send one of them into your auction house so you could at least see one. That is how you know the filter is working. That is what you need to have for the filter to actually work for you. You need to have one of them in your auction house. And when you do, you can finally do the filter, enable it, put it on Eastern Conference because you don't want to be seeing all the Western buy nows. And make sure the cards you see, like this one right here, is not a good one to see. One has to be over 4 hours. I know people say you don't have to have one over 4 hours. I just do it just in case because I know a lot of people, you know, I know a lot of people still see snaps if there's not one over 4 hours, but I would recommend having one over 4 hours just in case. So find the opal that, you know, only pops up a couple times. For example, you know, D-Rose might pop up a couple times. AI, all these guys might pop up only a couple times. Find it. Make sure the Eastern filter is enabled and sit on that filter after you get those initial couple of snipes. They get you to that 500k MT mark where you could actually enable this filter. I know that might be a little bit confusing, but right here it is perfect. Let me just put it on Eastern real quick. Obviously, if you have enough to do both, then you could go ahead and do both. But put it on Eastern, and my controller just died, of course. Put it on Eastern, enable it, and you should be good to go. I'm not going to lie, I've been using this filter, the Eastern filter, a lot, as well as the All filter. When you start off, the Eastern filter is perfect, and you will be getting a ton of snipes from it. Okay, guys, I know you might be a little bit confused right now, but just to put it into way simpler terms than everything I just said, because I know it sounded like I was kind of mumbling, but I wasn't, not mumbling, but like rambling on. I wasn't, bro. I'm trying to kind of explain it to you guys the best way I can, or the best possible way I can. But what you basically want to do is get enough MT by sniping opals on regular filters, not enabled filters, just regular opal filters. Get enough MT to the point where you could enable the Eastern Conference of the enabled filter. Once you do that, get on the Galaxy Opal Eastern Conference enabled filter, and within a couple hours, and I promise you this, bro, you should be able to get a couple of snipes. Now, there are a lot of great opals on the Eastern Conference. You can get T-Mac, Kareem, Taco, Ben Simmons, Paul George, Chris Bosh, Hidu. There's countless and countless snipes on this filter. The main ones you're going to see, if I'm going to be honest with you, are Vince Carter and Taco Fall. I have probably gotten over 15 Vince Carters in the past week alone, bro. So he is a very common one to, you know, see on this filter. But once you start getting these, and once you actually enable that, you know, Eastern enabled filter, you will start seeing snipes like crazy. I'm telling you right now, you will probably get at least a couple of every couple hours, bro. So, you know, getting 2 or 3 opal snaps every couple hours will add up very, very quickly. You're going to be making like 200k every like 2 hours, I would say. 100k an hour, which is very, very easy to make on the enabled filter. You should be making it pretty easily in that 1 hour mark that I'm, you know, kind of, you know, I guess putting aside for you guys to make that MT in. Should be able to make it in an hour. And honestly, bro, you are going to be making a ton off this filter. So this is the way to go. Easy way to make a million MT. And honestly, there are a couple things I also want to mention. So guys, once you enable the Eastern filter, bro, no, you don't have to actually use it all the time. You can still use your other filters that got you to that initial 500k, but at the same time, the Eastern filter is just perfect, especially when new content comes out. When this Paul George came out right here, if you guys know, the day it came out was Friday. If you guys sat on that enabled filter, Eastern enabled filter, for like 3-4 hours, I promise you, you would have ended up getting one of these guys right here. And honestly, that would have been perfect. It would have boosted your MT up to like 600, 500k, which is a perfect, you know, start. Obviously, it is not really accessible to everybody. Not everybody can get to the Eastern enabled filter right away. It might take a while. It might take a week or so. But once you get that Eastern enabled filter set up and ready to go, you should be able to go from that, you know, 100k that you have left, because obviously you're going to have to buy all the other opals to enable the filter. You should be able to go from that 100k that you have left all the way up to 1 million within 3 to 4 days max, I would say. If you guys want me to do a video where I basically, you know, start up a brand new account and go from 0 MT to 1 million MT, I'm 100% down to do that. If you guys want to see that, let me know down below in the comment section, because I'm 100% down to show you. It probably will, you know, be easier to, you know, outline the steps that way instead of just doing it like this, where I kind of just explain everything. But hopefully this video kind of helped. I know it was a little bit confusing. I hope you guys kind of understood it, what you got to do. It's very simple. Once again, to break it down for you guys, use regular Galaxy Opal filters that do not have the enabled in them. And then after that, after you get enough MT to enable it, go ahead and enable the Eastern Conference only, and then use that to get yourself up to 1 million MT. It's as simple as that, bro. There is literally no easier way to get up to 1 million. I know, you know, you can do TTO and all that, but nothing really is going to boost you to that million from 100K to 1 million that fast unless you use Opal filters. So definitely the way to go is Galaxy Opal snipes. There's a lot of other things you could do, like invest, but right now the market is all over the place, so I don't even know what I could tell you to invest into. Just be safe. Do what you got to do, man. Get to that initial million. If you guys want to see a full video, a full, you know, process of me going from 0 to literally 1 million MT, let me know down below in the comment section. I could definitely bring you guys that video probably in the next couple of weeks. Would be down to record that and drop it for you guys to, you know, kind of show you more in depth of this. Obviously, if you guys are new to the channel, I know you guys see that subscribe button down below. Hit that sub button, man. Let's try to get to 60K subs by the end or mid-July area right there somewhere, bro. That would be greatly appreciated. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like down below. If you have any questions, bro, it doesn't matter what the question is. There are no stupid questions at the end of the day. Leave them down below in the comment section. I'll try to get back to every single one of you guys, or as many of you guys as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. Hopefully you guys kind of understood what I was saying in this video. I know it was a little bit confusing, especially if you haven't sniped a lot this year on the enabled filters. You might be a little confused. Leave your questions, like I said, down below in the comment section. But that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, I love you guys, man. I'll see you in the next one. Questions down below, because I know there are going to be a lot of questions from this video, because I know it's a little bit confusing on how you have to do all this. Let me know your questions. I'll see you in the next one. Let me stop talking, bro. I love you, man. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Peace.
Told me that I had potential. Yeah, he pull up, but he pull up in rental. You niggas don't know, you don't know none of my pain. Remember the days when I walked in the rain? I'm going way harder cause it's a new season. I do what I do and I got all my reasons. And when I win, I never feel like I won, cause everybody wanna be number one.